Okay, Mr. Brad Owens, Southeastern Filmmaker.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Clerk. Mr. Mayor, Commissioners, and guests, thank you for your time today. I stand before you as the President of the Southeastern Filmmakers to offer our group sincere thank you and appreciation for a choice that this body made, which has had an amazing and positive impact on our organization and its future in the city. Southeastern Filmmakers started out a little over 12 years ago with a small group of local filmmakers and enthusiasts with the idea that we could help each other with our film projects that we'd like to make. We decided to form a group to meet once a month where we could network, share ideas, and collaborate on our film projects. And so Augusta Film was born with a little under 20 members, but big dreams about making plans for the future of independent film and filmmaking in Augusta. Over the past 12 years, our group has grown to over 500 members and expanded with regional chapters in Atlanta, Columbia, and Charleston. So hence the name change from Augusta Film to Southeastern Filmmakers. The way we structured the group was that the group itself doesn't make movies, but our members make movies. We don't charge dues because we didn't want to exclude anybody due to economics, and we've made a secondary focus something that we noticed that we had to have: education of movie crews so that the group can help raise the quality of local productions. The group's members have achieved many things over the past few years. We have over a dozen feature films. Some of them are even in national distribution with TriStar Pictures. Forbes Film, one of our local members, did that. Countless shorts and movie videos. We even have an annual film festival that's hosted at the Imperial Theater that we help sponsor and host. There's many audiovisual productions that take place. In short, our group makes movies, and our group does work. Most recently, our group supported the production of the Richmond County Sheriff's Office recruiting video, which was done by one of our members, Reflecting Pool Productions. The owner of Reflecting Pool Productions, Mark Crump, stated, quote, "Without the Southeastern Filmmakers, we would not have been able to make the quality of video that we did," close quote. Many productions that are done by members using the group's network helps lower the cost through pooling of resources and talent. We help and fill gaps that productions need so that they can be made. And that brings me to why I'm here today and why I'm standing before you. Last year, Southeastern Filmmakers voted to apply for an office space at the 600 Broad building with the Augusta Regional Collaboration. This was a big step for us, but we wanted a permanent meeting space for our monthly networking meetings and a place to hold educational training in different areas of movie making we wanted to focus on. You all have made that possible. The vision, Steve Jobs' quote, is called vision because not everybody can see it. It took a condemned building that had been empty for half a decade downtown, took a $200,000 grant from Starbucks, coupled it with $100,000 of our money in the county, and reinvested it in this building. It's an absolute good. The returns that you all are going to get on that small amount of money you've invested in this are already starting to show up. Our group's already growing. There's a production company looking at coming in. And the Central Business District needs to be the hub of arts and culture in our community. And that leads me to where I'm at right now. What we would like to propose with the Commission is that you take a look on the state level at the economic impact of filmmaking. This year, $800 million will be spent in this state. It's created over 11,000 permanent full-time jobs since 2005. That's from the economic report released by the SEFM Commish related to this. I know that the economic incentives that were put in place by the state helped spur all this growth. It went from maybe 2 major productions a year to now almost 16 a year in Georgia. But Augusta gets very, very little of that business. Imagine if we could just chip off 1% of that $800 million and have an $8 million boost down here. Create a couple of hundred new high-paying jobs. It's possible, and we believe we can do it. Our mission statement as a group says that we promote communications between local filmmakers offering network gatherings. Southeastern seeks to improve the production value of local films by conducting educational activities and providing connections to production resources. And the third is Southeastern Filmmakers actively promotes our area to the film industry. We would ask that you, as a group, as a body, maybe through the Mayor's Film Office, maybe as a commission, to consider allowing us to market or at least empower us to write a plan on how to market our city to the production industry outside. I talked to the mayor, he's open for discussions, I discussed it with several commissioners individually, but we would like to begin the process of a dialogue between our organization and the county, if you all would like to see it happen, where we can go out and at no charge to the city, we have people volunteering to do this, create a marketing plan that specifically targets film and audiovisual production in the state of Georgia to bring it here. So today I'd like to say thank you for the 600 building, because without it, we wouldn't be able to take this next step, and hope that we can begin talking about a partnership between the city and us so that we can fulfill our potential in this industry. And I'll take any questions.
Chair recognizes Commissioner Bassan.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Mr. Orange, a great job to bring us up to speed in terms of what the things that this governing body has been able to do and assist you all in your endeavors there. But in terms of marketing us, will we get the last say-so in whatever you put together and package and how you identify us to the world at large, I would say?
Yes, sir. The idea is that we wanted to approach the commission and just ask for empowerment to write the plan. And then we would bring it back to you through the appropriate process, probably the Administrative Services Committee or whatever legal counsel says it should go, with the proposed teaming agreement between our nonprofit organization and the commission or the county government. You would say yes to the plan and we would do it for you, is the way I would envision it would work. But again, that has to go with legal counsel. We'd have to talk about it. But yes, sir, absolutely. I would ask you to take a look at the sheriff's recruiting video if you haven't, to see the type of stuff we can do to market the city when we put our minds to it.
Yes, we're going to follow, Mr. Mayor. Yeah, I think Commissioner Williams did see it. He had a very interesting comment about it. But anyway, we did see it. We enjoyed it for the record. And once again, you did make mention that no cost to the city doing this, right?
No, sir. Well, I'll correct you on that. You're making available the 600 Broad building is your contribution to this. That would be considered your in-kind contribution to us, through us.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Chair recognizes Commissioner Lockett.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Brad, I want to applaud you and Southeastern filmmakers for the obvious job that you've done and you will do in the future. However, I think it would be advantageous to you and your group if you not only just communicate with several commissioners, but you need to converse with all the commissioners. And I've known you for a while, and you and I haven't discussed that. So I look forward to a discussion with you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Chair recognizes Commissioner Fenoy.
Yes. Brad, I also applaud you for the efforts that you're doing. Right from Augusta, out in California, there's a young man out there named Carl Rogers. Carl Rogers is a graduate of A.R. Johnson. He's also a graduate of Georgia Southern. Worked for a couple of years at one of the plants down on Lover's Lane, and he had a wild idea to go out to California to become a filmmaker. And I forgot the name of the film that he had produced, but he is now one of the leading filmmakers in the industry. My encouragement to you is, again, to get the young folks involved in the filmmaking industry, and also to get, I know Carl's father personally, Leroy Rogers, get with Leroy Rogers to get a hold of Carl to see if he could blend some ideas and support the work that you're trying to do.
Yes, sir, that's a good idea, and I'd like to add that there's been productions locally. We have seen a little bit. The most notable would probably be Who's Your Caddy? It was filmed in Aiken, and our group acted kind of what like a film commission would. We helped with logistics, getting the roads blocked where they wanted to film in Augusta and things like that. So we've seen some production stuff here that's related to that, some of the bigger Hollywood stuff, but I'll tell you what, Georgia's done their part. The state's done all the heavy lifting, and there's no reason that we shouldn't be able to go out and get a piece of that pie and bring it to Augusta. And I would say this too, that when it comes to communication, there is a network here. We've got dozens and dozens and dozens of people with a lot of experience, and they're all ready to pool their resources to make this happen. And we will reach out to anybody who we think can help. Yes, sir?
Chair recognizes Commissioner Guilfoyle.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Brad, thank you for doing your presentation before us, and I don't know if my colleagues realize, I know that Mr. Fenoy have seen it when we had our CBB meetings. They have actually worked with the entertainment film section part of the industry, and I did not know if you was aware to work in collaboration. It's a lot easier to work together than separate.
Yes, sir. Commissioner Guffel, Mr. Chairman, we had conversations with the different development agencies, and we've also worked directly with Jennifer Bowman at CVB to try to bring productions here. And literally, we came this close last year. We almost had one this past summer. It was about a $500,000 when it wanted to come here, but we just couldn't quite get the answers to their questions to remove the risk on a paid production. This is what we're kind of talking about, is building that plan, but we already work with them, and we'll always work with them. We talked to Walter Sprouse from the development agency, and y'all should see this as what it is. It's entertainment, yes, but it is a very powerful economic development tool. So we want to work with anybody and everybody, and I think that's a good idea, would be to put a collaboration together and bring all those partners in for economic development and see what they have to help with us as well. I think it's a great idea.
Mr. Mayor, may I follow up, sir?
Certainly.
Thank you. Brad, last time I heard somebody said barely had it like that. That was the winning lottery ticket for me last year, by the way. But, Mr. Mayor, I would like to see how we could proceed forward on Brad's wishes. I don't know if it takes action from this body or just the mayor himself proceeding forward.
Well, I appreciate that question, Commissioner Guilfoyle. I think that Brad has approached us with information that is relevant. It's certainly something that there's been a lot of discussion about in terms of arts, culture, and entertainment in and around Augusta. It's an item that we're receiving today as information, but I think here in the next several days, I think we should probably caucus and move forward with a plan.
Mr. Mayor.
Yes, sir.
And I'd like to add that our monthly meeting is tonight at 600 Broad Building. We have for 6:30 to 7, there's a social get together. And then from 7 to 8, we have our formal meeting. There will be a lot of stuff going on at 600 Broad Building. If you wonder where your money's been invested, the public money that you decided, come look at it tonight. I think you'll be impressed with what has been done with that money in the ARC.
Chair recognizes Commissioner Locke.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. You know, y'all definitely put forth the coordinated effort. I haven't heard 600 Broad Street mentioned so many times in one session as today.
Thank you, Brad. We appreciate your time.
And actually iron the green shirt.
Nice.
So we can get.
You should have a closet full of green ones.
So we can get
Already. Brad, I think you mentioned the movie-making industry statewide, a really big number here. Augusta lagging behind, launching out of the renovated 600 block building there. You want to market. You want to use the filmmakers to market Augusta better for this pie.
Right, absolutely. And this is something that the group has kind of agreed on moving forward. This is a big step for us, getting organized and reaching out like this, but the time is right. And certainly right now, there's article after article you can find online. It talks about not having enough crew depth in Atlanta to support the productions that have been brought here. So we're saying if they're looking at other cities in the region, why not Augusta?
What would you do? What do you need to do? How do you want to push forward with this? What do you ask the commission to do?
What we'd like the commission to do is just empower us, say yes, to let us write the plan. We're not asking for any money, we're not asking for any authority. Just let us write the plan for you and tell you what we would want as producers to bring our productions here. And we've got people that, the 5 or 6 production companies that do the pool resources, do a recruiting video, do location searching, basically act as a film commission without the bureaucracy, is what we're saying.
What's the payoff? Why do this? How does it help Augusta?
The payoff is 2 things. One is economic development. It'll create real jobs and bring money into the economy. And the other piece is we love movie making. We just love this business and we want some to come to Augusta.
And the city, you said the city's contribution is already there. It's the renovation of the old theater building, right?
Absolutely. This would not be possible very easily without the 600 Broad building being available to our group. And this is what has helped the group decide to take this next step.
Your reaction today, you think this was a positive reaction from the commission for endorsing this idea?
Absolutely. I mean, they said they'll start dialogue and see what we can do. I mean, that's positive. We're just asking, you know, if you don't ask, you don't get.
Fair enough, thanks.